Afternoon. This is a continuation of our talk on community. So why am I spending 2 sessions on community? Because community is important. If you aren't participating in the community, you're never going to get any benefit from it. Also, if you aren't participating in the community, you will never know whether or not it's part of the community you want to belong to, part of the community that you want to grow into. What am I talking about? If you're a Rotarian and you think, well, I want to do something with Rotary, I want to go help somebody in the third world. Rotary has a ton of these projects. Find out what they're working on. Some are working on housing. Some are working on water. Water's a really important project. Some are working on sanitation. Some are working on education. But you have to pick an area. Which area is your passion? Take some time. Find out what's involved. When you get your next vacation, you take a 2-week trip to Africa. And you go visit that orphanage that your club is helping to fund. See what the conditions are that the kids are actually living in. See the type of desks that they're using and the benches that they're using and the beds that they're sleeping in. Go look at their bathroom facilities, the kitchen. Become involved in this world. When you go home, you now have something you can share. You can go to other clubs with your pictures and with your stories. And you can tell people about the need and how you were part of the solution. And you can talk to the people there and find out what do they need for next year. And you can go back and continue working. When you finally retire, you can actually continue doing what you're doing. You can be their full-time advocate. Maybe you don't want to do this type of work. Maybe you don't want to be a missionary, or you don't want to work in I guess you would call it a third world. Maybe you'd prefer to work at the zoo. Well, there's lots of things about working at the zoo. How much time do you want to give? I know friends who volunteered to work at a zoo. He ended up working more hours than when they were working full time. You have to learn how to set limits. That's part of our community. Part of our community is you can sit down and talk with people. Tell them, this is what I'm thinking of doing. You can find out the pros and you can find out the downside. You can really delve into it without making the mistakes that others have made in the past. What other options? Maybe you want to become a portrait painter or a landscape painter. There's other people out there who are into portraits, landscape. They can tell you what supplies you need, how you get started, how to mix colors, how to know what you're looking for, and how to know what you're trying to do. It is only through community that you save yourself a lot of grief and a lot of problems. Our community is just such a community. It's a community made up of people that are looking to live that well-lived life. They don't want to die sitting on a couch twiddling their thumbs. They want to be running into home, used up, and saying, hey, I'm having a great time. And that's what Too Young to Retire is all about. It is only through participating in community and being part of it that you actually get to enjoy it. Come and talk with us. You'd be surprised what you can learn. We're there to help you. There are so many things that you can do. You're limited by your own imagination. So come and join our Too Young to Retire. This is your membership morsel. We look forward to talking to you in the future.